We're back on Tuesday now again. Oh my goodness. So tonight, what I have to offer is a lot of things. So I did a reading recently from this purple, what is it called? Lavender Dreams. I think it's Lavender Dreams by B11 Crystals. So it's got like it has two messages. It has like a positive message and then a dream interpretation or something like that. Something like that. Anyway, enticement on the bottom. And then I pulled out this pendulum dial also for that reading, and I thought, hey, you guys want the pendulum? Hey, Laura, then you can order. I have all kinds of different pendulum dials if you want to order a pendulum dial. And then I've been working on my Lenormand, and I have three different, hi Terry, I have three different Lenormands here. And Laura, I love your sticker. That's beautiful. You are my #1 fan. I know you are. And so that's the special. If you want to pick a Lenormand, the Lenormand's really cool. It's like an equation. At least 3 cards. You have this card plus this card plus this card equals blah blah blah. This Lenormand breaks it down a little bit. So if you're curious to know more about how the Lenormand works, I can refer to this deck for you. But I use these two decks a lot, and Pixie's Astounding is going to be my main inspiration to my deck. And the Gilded Reverie has a few extra cards, and if I ever get ambitious, I might add extra cards to my deck. But I like the fact that they're creative and they added cards. And then the Art Nouveau talks about pairings and how the different cards work together. So it's a little bit different than tarot, because tarot is like one card can just tell you the whole story by itself. That's why Lenormand is very nice to clarify tarot sometimes. And then you guys, silly me, but before Samhain, before Halloween is Mabon. Duh, the autumn equinox, September 21st, something like that, comes before Samhain. So you can choose also. My upcoming September reading, I'm gonna incorporate both of these into the reading, both Lammas and Mabon, so you can kind of see how, what energies you worked out of and what energies you're working into, kind of, and they're all sort of fall energies. Now, Mabon is directly fall, but Lammas is like the end of summer going into fall, which is what I'm still in right now, me at least. I mean, a lot of the southern hemisphere of the United States doesn't really understand what fall is anyway. And even, I mean, in a climate aspect, but even in and just kind of like, cultural and the mood, we're all celebrate the same way. We all put out Halloween stuff like way too early and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. It's usually a chill or feeling in the air when I know it's fall is coming, and I still haven't felt that yet. It smells like something, and then suddenly you get a craving for everything pumpkin spice, and there's just something that happens. Haven't gotten there yet. Of course, because it's still August and it's still the dog days of summer to me. So using both of these decks will help transition us to that, well, me anyway, to the real feeling of autumn. And some of you may be clinging to the summer, because I know it's kind of hard to let go sometimes. It's hard to let go of the sun and the joy and all of that. But I'll tell you what, it's not hard to let go of Mercury retrograde. And hallelujah, today is the last day of Mercury retrograde. So I mean, you may get a little post shadow phase issues, very minor, but I know, Laura, Halloween stuff is already out, plus early pumpkin spice. Exactly. Everyone wants Halloween early this year. Every year it's like getting earlier and earlier. I know. And I was at a coffee shop today and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try pumpkin muffin. It was so good, but I felt wrong. I felt like it's just so early for this. It's like I still haven't felt the chill in the air, you know? Like it's not, there's no nip yet. There's no smell of burning woods and anything like that, you know? It just didn't feel right. Not yet. So I might hold off on the pumpkin spice things till mid, maybe till official, like officially we don't celebrate Halloween in this household until Mabon. You know, it's like the autumn equinox. Once it gets here, then we just like, you know, start decorating and start getting into the spirit. But against me and my daughter's mode of thinking to do it any earlier than that. Hey, Rainbow! It's good to see you. Rainbow, I was just thinking about you because what did I have that was a rainbow just now? I was holding something that was a rainbow and I was thinking about you. All right, so let me put some people's names down. So we got Laura first. Thank you, Laura. And Terry. Y'all with your cute stickers. And y'all are so generous. Rainbow, thank you. Rainbow. I'm laughing because I sound like somebody else that they say thank you like that. And I never say it like that, but this time I did. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Hey, divine oh wait, empathic tarot. Empathic. You have to enunciate the second syllable. Empathic tarot. Empathetic, empathic. Okay, well, thank you guys for being here. So now, you know, kind of, I have any deck you possibly want, you can, you know, you can ask me to use. Oh, and tonight I was thinking for the tarot, using the Everyday Witch. I really, this angel messages tarot where it's like real people doing real activities and you just feel really connected with it. And the writing in the booklet's good. I still feel like my favorite writing so far are those Radley's writing in that. It's just so down to earth and it's very and uplifting and spiritual. Another one is the Good Tarot with Colette Baron Reed. It's good writing. And I like that uplifted vibe, that positive vibe that those decks have. But I like, you know, all decks and it doesn't have to have a good author because, you know, I read intuitively and I read also visually and I read empathically. But I do like to have, I do like to refer to the book sometimes just to get, you know, sometimes spirit leads me to the book. Oh, and that's a funny thing. That is so funny. The book is like jumping out now. All right, so anybody writing a book, keep writing your book. But today I was watching, and I haven't been watching other people's pick a cards very much lately, just because I kind of want to like let spirit guide me to the pick a card and not be kind of like what, you know, slave to the channel or whatever. That's not true. The reason why is just either I've been just distracted or doing other things. But anyway, I was watching Kino. Kino is one of my favorite people to go to watch a pick a card because generally speaking, I resonate like, and it's usually spot on, and I usually pick the pile exactly for me. And so I had, you know, it answered the question in my head, and it was really cool because there's an additional sort of message saying, if you have any questions about this situation or whatever, open a book. So, like it's bibli cartography, where thumb through a book and open it up and then read a line, and then that's your answer to your question. So I recommend that to anyone tonight. That's a collective message. Do the biblicartography where you open up the book and you point. I do that sometimes with the Bible, to be honest, but you can do it with any book, a romance novel or any, like a spy novel, whatever you want, like, or any self-help book or any guru type book, but it doesn't have to be a religious book or a self-help book. It can be any book. And it's kind of funny where it leads you. Also, that reminds me, yeah, Seasons of the Witch. That reminds me, if you are a member and you get the Twin Flame 1111 every month, there's whatever word lands on the number 1111 is like a special word for you. So there's another fun clue thing that happens in that particular reading. And if you ever want to get, sorry, I get choked up. If you ever want to get a reading from me and you want to like request that, like you have a special spirit number, angel number, then let me know, and then I can, I'll be sure to remember what I said at that special timestamp. Or you can just do that on your own. Like you can listen to a reading and then look at your timestamp, and if you have a 1111 or 333 timestamp or whatever it is, some angel number that's special for you, then you can use that as an added message with numbers. So there's a little numerology message there. Anyway, back to the Seasons of the Witch, Lammas and Mabon. Right now we're in between these two seasons, and silly me, Mabon comes before Samhain. I was already getting all into the Samhain energy too, but thankfully we have Mabon to bridge us into Halloween, and it is the fall festival. It's the autumn equinox. So we're going to use these two decks for Laura to start off with. Okay, all right. And I had 2 cups of coffee this morning and 1 on the road because I was driving and I was getting really drowsy. And it was a special kind of coffee. I mean, it was from Canada, so Tim Hortons. I don't know if anybody knows what Tim Hortons is, but it's so good. So maybe that's why I'm a little bit hyper right now. I love coffee too. I really do. I feel like making some more right now. No, I don't need any more. What I need is I need bubbly. I need bubbly. Bubbly to help burp. All right. So that's a little too much information, but Pumpkin here, and she went hiding in my little cubby right next to me. Let's go with your llamas first. What are you moving out of? What energy do you need to put behind you, kind of? And these decks are so beautiful. And they're very inexpensive, like $20 at the most. This one is kind of this beautiful lime green. It's not gold, it's green, y'all. It's green. It's so pretty. Okay. What are you moving out of, Laura? I drove today. You had a great, amazing month. Well, congratulations. That's a feat in itself with everything that was going on. I had a pretty good month. I mean, I had like the trials and tribulations, but I had things that got fixed as well. So it ended on a positive note. Like I got my AC fixed, I got my carport fixed. It was actually July that was the tower because of the hurricane, and August was the little bit of ups and downs. But manifesting, I'm manifesting. It's like really that portal energy does help. And focusing on what you want instead of what you don't want. And then before you go to bed, like put a vision in your head of what you want. I've been really trying to do that. And lately I've stumbled upon these really cool like little meditations at night that are specific to the day. And it started on the Lionsgate portal 8/8, and it went all the way to August 26th, and like I've been listening to them every night, and I feel like they're helping a little bit. But yeah, so For the most part, I would say it's been good. It's just I guess I sweated a lot. It was a lot of sweating, but other than that, it was good. Oh, there's Kiki. My Kiki girl. Was that you going in there, Kiki? Look at Kiki's pretty green eyes. Let me see. Kiki. Kiki, look at me. Oh, hi, Kiki. Hi, beautiful. Hi, beautiful. What's going on? What are you doing? Isn't she pretty? Hi, Amira. So Laura says, I guess now I want to ask about my podcast. It's set to launch in October, but not sure if it's going to happen. Want to see what the cards say. What did Kitty? Okay, so let's see what you're going to leave behind, what's coming in, and then we'll ask the tarot about your podcast. All right. That's exciting, Laura. And yeah, you're going to let me do voiceovers for you. Or we can meet. We can interview each other. My reading with Kino, even though it was supposed to be it wasn't necessarily a love reading, but it was kind of like what you think you might be deluded about, and it really turned out that I wasn't deluded about anything, so I'm very happy about that. And then but mine, the one that I picked, had a lot of financial stuff and career stuff, and you know, I don't know, showing my stuff, my personality stuff, or whatever, you know, like limelight, that kind of thing. Like that, limelight. Limelight. This is like an actual example of limelight. All right, what do you need to leave, to let go? Say thank you, adios. Oh, there's a lot. I'm just going to pick one of these, though. Which one seems... Well, we're not going to leave behind a cornucopia. That's still in your future. We have fruit jam. You could still make more fruit jams. Summer games, definitely bye-bye to the summer games. And the lion, bye-bye to Lionsgate. Let's take a look at these two. So the lion is, take a deep breath and remember that peace of mind is the key to navigate your current challenges. So I feel like peace of mind is something that you always will use and incorporate in anything that you do. So it's something that is definitely learned, and it was a learned thing that something you learned about yourself that is very helpful. And then but the thing that you're going to keep doing is using that breathing technique or that calming thing that you do to help you get through stuff. But I feel like what you're going to leave behind are the challenges. The challenges are being left behind. And Leo season, farewell to Leo season. And yeah, we're moving into Virgo season now. So thank you, Leo, for all your courage, for your serenity, for getting us through this month, and for giving us a lot of power and resources and energy and sun. And then we have the summer games. When fear rears its head, no need to be wary. Lean in. You're at the edge of evolving. So something really cool too, like you're going to continue to evolve, but you're letting go of fears. What's replaced your fear is courage, and then courage is simply just finding kind of that part of you that is calm and has a certain peace of mind. Like, there's no real point in worrying about anything because the future hasn't happened yet, and I'm going to attract the best possible outcome. So I'm not going to fear the future. I'm not going to worry about it. Worry is like so unproductive and unnecessary. It's very important for us Virgo moons to understand that and to keep reminding ourselves. But there's a lesson in each of my signs. Like Scorpio, I've totally forgotten about revenge. Revenge is so useless and pointless and does not help at all. Virgo is worry. I have to just worry doesn't make any sense. It's pointless. It doesn't help the situation. It's a non energy that does no good. So worrying doesn't help at all. Fear is not entirely without some merit because fear is something that we were given in a primal sense for survival. So fear can kind of creep in certain moments when you need it most, right? To react quickly or to protect yourselves or whatever. So fear is not necessarily something you have to you have to completely let go of 100% in that aspect, in a primal way, in a protective energy way. But fear as in like in having faith in yourself. See, if fear is messing with your self-confidence, then that's different. You know, if fear is protecting you in the healthy way against danger, then that's positive. But if is protecting you in a debilitating way against progressing, then that's negative. So fear playing an interesting part sometimes. And we can keep reminding ourselves about how the aspects of fear as we get closer to Samhain, Halloween, which is a really exciting, celebration of fear, I guess. It's like, what? Why are we getting so excited about being scared of things? I don't know. But it's something that I have to really, really understand more about in myself. But I will. All right. Games. It's about friendly competition, and this is managing fear and failure and overcoming adversity. So basically what you're leaving behind are the obstacles and the challenges and the adversaries. None of that is going to be ahead for you in September or in the fall. So let's see what's coming for you in the fall. When I say fall, I mean September, October, November, maybe even parts, all the way to December possibly. So this could be about your, give you some clues about your October podcast stuff. Oh, you're a lion. That makes sense. And look at this beautiful, wow. Is this a sign or something? Let me see. What is this? A fire truck? Yep. Fire truck. Fire. Wow. Fire. Okay. So this so fall is going to be very maybe passionate, maybe exciting. It's putting out some go put some flames out like ooh, too hot to handle. And then we have this really beautiful orange. Isn't that pretty? I love these colors. Let's see them right next to each other. I'm funny like that. Look, I'm a little girl sometimes and I like to look at colors and see how they look together. Ooh, pretty. Okay. I especially like the little flowers on that side. That's pretty. Okay, so let's see about Mabon. I had a very short route today, but felt kind of nice, tell you that much. And if we don't get very many more people, I'll be happy to. As much as I love all of you, I do like to be lazy. My laziness sometimes weighs out over my productivity. But do you know what? To be honest, I've been when I'm not doing this, I'm like being very productive with my Lenormand deck, like really trying to work on it. And I think very soon too, my fancy tarot, the enchanted romance tarot, fancy edition is going to be coming out. I'm getting real close to them proving it. All right. Oh my gosh, look what you got, Laura. You got tobacco. Feed your ancestors. Raise the sacred smoke to them, for they are hungry to connect. This is so interesting. I don't know if you're a smoker, but I've been with people who are smokers, and I have nothing. I don't have anything against smoking. I mean, I guess it's not smoke in some ways. It's not good for you, but well, smoke the tobacco and the origins of smoking are kind of interesting. The peace pipes and the Native Americans, and even all the way back to like prehistoric times and cavemen and cave women and all of the rituals and things like that that were connected to smoke. So let's see what it says. It's probably going to say a bunch of that kind of thing too. So tobacco is about purification, connecting to the spirits or ancestors, and respect. Feed your ancestors, raise the sacred smoke to them, for they connect. Your higher self chose this card because it's a request from the ancestors or spirits with whom you are most comfortable to approach them, and the people in your life with more respect and humility. Offering tobacco is a sign of respect and connection for the ancestors in many cultures. Perhaps it's heard about most often in Native American traditions, but it is also a common practice for many people from Africa, South America, the Caribbean, and southward of the United States. When you greet the spirits that support your path, remember they can see things that you cannot. They can make space where you have faced walls. They can lift you up and carry you over difficult terrain, and they know answers to important questions you haven't even thought of. There are people in your life who also have value and can fill in the blanks with a new perspective that you have not considered. What your situation requires is an open mind and to acknowledge your limited knowledge or understanding in your situation. I know, isn't you never see stuff like this in a deck? Isn't that cool? So strange. I'm not a smoker, but been feeling like smoking a joint. I have, yes, me too, and I think that's included in this card too. Tobacco um, and medicinal things, other medicinal things, and like yeah, like marijuana and things like that. So they're all kind of all of these different smokes have been used in history for, especially for meditative practices and connecting with the spirit world. Plus, my podcast is Latina based, connecting to my roots. There you go. That's perfect. Very wise. Yes. So let's see more about this podcast. Connecting to your roots. Let's see. Ooh, Knight of Cups. Ooh, this is especially nice Knight of Cups. Look how lovey-dovey, ovey-covey, lovey-wovey. I mean, in the book, this is really cute the way they describe this guy. So I'm gonna read it to you. This is Knight of Cups. I follow wherever my heart leads. Passion is a wonderful thing, but be careful not to let your heart completely overrule your head. The Knight of Cups is a romantic soul. He might even say he is a fool for love. He tends to get wrapped up in his own dreams and visions, follow them to the exclusion of the practical world. Whatever he is pursuing at the moment, he does it with his whole heart, but tomorrow he'll turn into something new and he will be just as passionate about that. The Knight of Cups isn't shallow, far from it. He's just following his bliss. Hopefully it won't lead him off a cliff. Well, that's the Fool card, but that's interesting how similar he is to the Fool, which is the card that I identify. So if the Knight is coming up, it could be that somebody is falling in love with you or is like being very kind of persistent with you and won't take no for an answer or wants to literally woo you like in the olden days with flowers and poems and stuff like that, which doesn't happen anymore, but that would be nice. um uh I mean, it could be a dream come true, but it could also be so I feel like you're going to have a fan. You're going to have a very strong fan, male or female, but it could, and fans are great, but sometimes fans can get a little obsessive. But at the same time, like if you are able to manage this fan, like with moderators and things like that, then it might not be such a bad thing. And I got another also with fans, the best way to handle a fan is to put them to work. So like, yeah. And that could be your boyfriend too, like just really amping up the lovey-dovey, in this next season. Let's see what else. So the other thing about fans is that I think, putting them to work. So if you have one particular fan, maybe they're just a little bit too fanny, then make them the moderator. And then that kind of like keeps themselves in check too. And it gives them a purpose and something to do. Or if depending on how you're, what you need for your channel at the time and whatever. You have the Ten of Wands. So it's going to be like, you're going to have to put a lot of effort into what you're doing, but you definitely have the ability to reach the top. But it's not going to be something that doesn't require work. It's going to require work, basically. And there's the way you work just depends on you. There's some things that maybe you feel there's choices in this card to me. I always see the multiple choices. Like, one, the choice to do everything yourself and say, that's it, I'm the only one that can do this and I'm going to just push through. Two, the choice to delegate. I like you to do this and you to do this. And I feel like that might be what you do with the Knight of Cups. You delegate. You give him one of your chores or something like, oh, you're so into this? Well, here, you can do this part of the job. Then there's the choice to set down your stuff and say, okay, I need a break, but I'll get back with it in just a second. And then you pick it up again and you keep going. Then the very last one is like trying to do stuff that's not even your work. Like, if only do it if it's your job, if it's your work, if it's for you to do. This could be it could be a little bit of Cinderella, maybe, where you're trying to do your job and everybody's calling you and distracting you and asking you to do something for them. And you may have to put your foot down and say, hold on, I'm trying to launch this thing here and I need my time now. But I think it's probably more the second one where you'll have to delegate a little bit to some people. But most of it is going to be your job. Guys, this is happening right now. So many distractions. Yeah. And those distractions can sometimes like push deadlines further back or, like launch dates further back, in other words. But you can do it. You stick to it, Even if you post something on the wall for everybody to see. Oh, look at that. See, you got 20 Judgment. This one's one of the happiest cards. Is singing your song and tooting your horn and like being very happy for yourself. And you got the Ace of Wands, which is also very good. Very good. Okay, so Judgment is not about you judging yourself. I mean, it's not about other people judging you. It's about Spirit saying, we watched your work and also it's about when you see the Judgment card, you see these people like coming to life. And I feel like part of you, who you are, is going to come to life, and you're also going to lift other people up, kind of like lift them up out of their graves. And also like connecting with ancestors, like literally, especially around Halloween, you may actually like connect with this ancestor energy very strongly because the veil goes down. Normally, the reason why I'm saying all that, because normally with the Judgment card in the traditional Lenormand, not Lenormand, tarot, in the traditional tarot, you see, let me see, where is my, Or is a traditional tarot card that I can show you? I guess I'll just use this one. This is a traditional blingy tarot card. Somewhat traditional. Yeah, I can use this one too. It goes with the, we'll go with the Art Nouveau. There's a lot of light flickering tonight. There it is. Okay, so to the traditional, this is a little more elaborate. Basically, it's got all the key element. It's got Archangel Gabriel blowing his horn, and everybody's raising out of the grave. So you're gonna have all of that energy plus a spring in your step, a happy, joyful, here, happy, joyful, dancing energy. Just so. Where has your path led you and where will it lead you now? And that's so funny because I started your reading that way. What are you going to leave behind and what are you going to move towards? So this witch is in a black hat dancing merrily down the path while playing a recorder and wearing a short black tunic that shows off her striped stockings. A black kitten bounces in her wake, chasing a butterfly that flits among the musical notes. A shining light beckons from the direction they are headed, and the mood is of anticipation. The judgment card is often perceived as something ominous due to the traditional picture, which I showed you guys. More or less, this is the traditional picture, which features naked dead people being summoned by Angel Gabriel's trumpet. What isn't clear is that this call is less about being judged by someone else and more about taking a look at your own life and finding it unsatisfactory. So, our witch on the card is following some music that only she can hear, playing along as she moves happily down the path toward rebirth, renewal, and letting go. She is the light of heart and fear because she's light of heart and feet because she's put down old grudges and hurts that were dragging her down. There's joy in finally heeding the call to life and that you were meant to be living. Now, isn't that a good, nice start for um, a launching a new career and kind of energy? So I feel like this is definitely true. You're following your own tune. You're listening to your own intuition and your own judgment, and you're not going to let any. So there might be people who try to get in the way, but you're not going to let them. You're going to keep going with your own ideas. And so the Ace of Wands is your passion. It represents new things and starting something and taking that energy and running with it. Laura, didn't we talk a little bit about uh, Vice President Harris? And the last time I think one kind of conversation we had, we talked about how amazing it was that this woman, has risen up now to be a nominee and could maybe even be a president, and that'll be the first woman president, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, it should have happened a long time ago. Um, but all the news people keep talking about is this momentum, momentum, momentum. So similar to that kind of momentum is kind of like the momentum like that you're going to be on too, like this riding this wave into your new position, into your new future. Sometimes the universe gives you a boost. Don't miss an opportunity when it comes along, filled with potential. The Ace of Wands is a powerful card with potential. The universe is offering you a gift, creativity, success, spirituality, and who knows what it might be. But like all such gift, this one won't last forever, so when it appears, be sure to grab it and make the most of the energy and possibility it holds. This moment may not come around again. Embrace your own inner fire and whatever fabulous things are coming your way. So this could be something wonderful and powerfully life-changing could be happening pretty soon. maybe like real soon, early September. And it's something that's going to help you with a lot of your goals. And keep your head up and keep notice for it and see yourself as deserving it and be ready to receive it. In other words, don't say stuff like, oh, no, no, that's okay. I don't need that right now. No, no, no. Keep your hand out and open. Say thank you. Like the tobacco is about sharing this with others, you know. And when somebody passes you the pipe, you say thank you and you take a puff. Most people wouldn't don't say no, no, no. Very occasionally do, but most of the time when the pipe is passed, it's you say yes and thank you and you smoke some because it's kind of a irreverent way. It's like a way of saying thank you for including me. Thank you for letting me be part of this ritual. Thank you for letting me also receive the spirituality, you know, or it's like an inclusion thing, which I think is special. So, so be sure to, when this thing is presented to you, to say yes to it. But I think, yeah, you're just getting stronger and stronger, and it's a really good thing. All right, so let me see. I'm going to get you a little bit of the Lenormand. You're going to get all of this stuff tonight with the passing of the pipe. There's the Dutchy bunny left inside. Okay. Don't, you know, if you feel like it's peer pressure, that's a different thing, but I don't see it in this case, you know, like it's not like a peer pressure thing, like not being able, like you're going against your own boundaries or whatever. It's not like that at all. It's not like that at all in this case. It's just, it's a very, you started off with peace, you know, it's about peace. Okay. You, oh yay, you got the dog, which is the soulmate best friend. Let's comes out with it. Okay. And then the anchor. Oh, that's really good. So you and your boyfriend, y'all could be getting engaged or something, leveling up your love life. It feels very sturdy and strong and happy. So the dog with the anchor is, yeah, stability, long-term friendship. Also, your peer group, you know, not just one friend like your husband, but also multiple friends. And kind of like, oh, also permanence. Okay. If this is applying to your channel or your podcast, it's going to have longevity, which is a beautiful thing. You have to constantly put work into it, but it will last a long, long time. And you have to make it a routine too. You have to make sure that you every day you do things at a certain time. You know, it's like people want to tune into this channel at this time at a certain time, you know, they want to watch Friends on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock or whatever. They're used to that time frame. So make sure you have a consistent thing going, whatever you're doing, you know. But other than that, like I feel like it's gonna be really great and hopeful and long term, um, and it's like it's a place where people will feel they'll be devoted to you. So you're gonna have a devoted following as well. Hi, Divine Goddess. Thank you, honey. So that sounds wonderful. I love that. Oh, and maybe an actual dog too. And then a dog, if you whatever dog, if you get a dog that this dog is gonna stay with you for a really long time until like he's 18 years old. You know, he's gonna 18 years old. Which is like how old in human years? It's old. Pretty old. That's 90, right? Something like close to 90. Or over 90. Anyway, he's gonna be old. He's gonna speak for a long time. So pick a dog that you really have amazing connection with, that's you love to look at, that you look into their eyes and they're telling you stories with their eyes, because they're gonna, if this dog, if you really go for a dog, then they're gonna be yours forever. I got a few more sites. You're welcome. I loved it too. It made me feel positive about my future. All right, Divine Goddess. All right, now we got Terry. You're welcome so much. Divine Goddess says, like the stream, guys. Click subscribe and the bell to get the latest updates from Cherry. Email Cherry at artladyjas@gmail.com for a personal reading. I will send you a price list plus a how to get that reading. It's super simple. No fancy footwork. It's just simply like kind of what you do here. Just basically choose a method of donating a donation type payment, and that's it. And then we get going with your private reading. Also, like, there's all kinds of ways to get discounts. Of course, tonight when we go live, you get beneficial donation level readings, and then if you want to become a member, you can get some monthly readings with your membership. So that's another possibility. So Terry, what would you like to know, what you're leaving behind and what is coming forward? So we've got we've got Lamas and Mabon, which are seasons we're moving out of and a season we're moving into. This is like a pre-fall deck, and this is like fall. This is like the equinox. Okay, let's see what's going on. What do you say? Let's just see what's going out here. Ooh, bakery. Take the time to diligently practice and refine your craft. Success will follow as you savor each little victory along the way. So basically, what you've learned is more about your craft, about something that you do well. And so now you're going to use that success to launch something new or the next phase. Hi. Oh, Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. um, so yeah, success is coming in lots of victories. You may not have experienced too many, during the Lama season, but you did learn a lot, and that the learning of things is getting you closer to your success. Yes, there's room for you. One more space. All right, and let's see now what's coming up for you for Maybon. Thank you, thank you. Oops. What's coming up for you, Terry and Maybon? Ooh, coven. That was a nice flip. Well, you're kind of in a coven when you're with us, but I feel like friendship circles are going to be even more important. I am you and you are me. And when we come together, we are all we seek. Wow, how very lovely is that? So this could also be partnerships too, you know, not just friends, but this could be love situation also. Let's find out more about coven. So this is family, community, and raised power. Your higher self chose this card because it's a positive one for achieving goals that involve many people. So you may have done a lot on your own, but now more people are going to be part of your success. One person is powerful on their own, but may lack certain skills or knowledge that another can easily fulfill. Consider seeking a partner or partners to aid in your quest if you have not already. The collective power of your partnership or team will catapult and hasten your success. Also, if you've been struggling to do tasks do not come naturally to you, you may consider seeking help from someone who has expertise in this area. It could be time to expand your business family by hiring a new employee or giving an existing one additional duties that are suited to their talents. I feel like something collectively in the air about um, supportive people too, because I felt like a little bit of that energy going through Laura's reading too. But her energy was more ancestral and family and that sort, you know. But based on her Latina background, and yours is it could be familiar too. And remember, family something. Oh, that last thing that we talked about in that last reading was a family thing, right? Remember that? It was your blessing would have your gift would somehow affect not only you but your family as well. Interesting, very interesting. So more clues coming out. But this is saying also that it could be time to expand your business family by hiring employees, right? And in reading about love, the coven The coven can card can mean sharing activities with your family and learning from each other in the process. You may ask your kids or partner to show you more about some of their interests. As taking an active role in the interest of those you love will contribute to more connection, understanding, and support, and represents a different way to show that you care. Okay, that's nice. All right, let's break it down now. Break it down. So we've got the choice of the Everyday Witch Tarot or this Golden Tarot, the whatever Universal Golden Universal Tarot. Which one would you like? Goldie or Everyday? The Golden Tarot. How did I think you're getting? How did I know that you're gonna like that? I like that one too. It's so pretty. And this is just a very, very strong Rider-Waite-Smith clone with more vibrant, close images and all gilded out. So very pretty. It's actually called Art Nouveau because it's because of the pretty trim is Art Nouveau, but the images aren't real Art Nouveau. Not that Art Nouveau, but the trim is. Okay, so whatever. Golden Art Nouveau. Oh, that's so funny. I was just thinking about cave drawings and stuff, and in the graphic design school I went to, we talked about Art Nouveau and also cave drawings. Okay, let's see what's coming up next for you, or what Spirit wants to talk to you about. It's a chunk of things. Let's get, well, I'm just going to take her, and then I'll just keep going. Ooh, but you also got the 10. Oh, and you got, wow, and the sun. Okay. We're just going to go with these, and then we'll keep going. Then I'll keep shuffling. But with the Queen of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles and the sun, it feels like lottery time, cha-ching, like you were winning a lot of money in that last reading. I felt like, and here it comes. Here it comes, that the money-making energy. So the Queen of Pentacles is, she is like luxury and wealth. She's the practical mother that knows best. She offers advice freely. I feel like people are going to really like listen to you as a mother, specifically take your advice and respect you and give you the recognition that you deserve. That's nice. Don't all of us mothers wish we had the recognition that we deserve? And then the 10 of Pentacles is about generations. So it's interesting. You're getting similar energy, this generational energy coming in tonight. But these show 3 generations, you know, the child, the lady and the man, and then the grandpa. And it's like representing family over the years. It could represent like inheritance too. It could also represent like what you inherited, not just in a financial way, but what you inherit in a DNA kind of way, like your talents and things. So they're in their courtyard, and the elder is given the responsibilities of the household over to his son, but his wisdom is still revered. The young ones are being taught to respect the family's legacy of tradition, honor, and continuity. And then look again, another, I thought this was the sun, but it's pentacles again. It's like you are cha-ching cha-ching tonight. The Ace of Pentacles is the beginning of a fruitful period. So Mabon is going to be very good for you. Anything you undertake will add to your well-being. The path is headed towards this arch, and like beyond the arch is the wider world and opportunities and increased wealth. Whenever I see like arches and portals and doors, I kind of feel like I want to get one of these for you. I'm going to see what is behind that door. Oh, see, there's an arch right there. So let's read what this one says. Draw down the moon. The forest nymphs dance in sheer delight, singing soft songs. Find us in the wild good night. Wow. Okay, let's just skip one. I want to get one that's an arch. This one. Sunset. Time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sun's light burns. Nice. Something that was uncomfortable fades away, and then the good goods coming through. All right, let's see what the Lenormand has to say. And this is the Art Nouveau Lenormand. So matches up. I'm getting a little backed up over here. Ooh, okay. These are your two cards. You have the scythe and the garden. So it's time to mow your lawn. But the scythe is pointing away from the garden, which means there's nothing really that you have to trim or cut in the garden. The gardens represents like a public place, uh community, gathering, celebration, party venue. So with the scythe here, it's talking about um it's talking I see the scythe as like a time situation, a divine timing, a harvest time. So this could be like a family thing, like especially because it's Mabon and Thanksgiving is part of Mabon. So maybe a very special a Thanksgiving celebration, but it could also just represent that feeling of divine timing when something is supposed to happen in a public place or with people or something like that. Ooh, that's mysterious. Let's get one more to see what else. All right, and we have the cross. It could be like church, an outdoor church or spiritual place outside. You know when that's funny because one time when this card came out and I was reading for somebody, they were going to an outdoor concert and I don't know, the artist had a cross in their logo or something like that. But I feel like so the cross represents faith and it represents um your, like a belief energy and just knowing everything's going to be okay. You did pull weeds in the garden. Good job. So I'm feeling like that when you clear energy, that's kind of like clearing your chi, or bringing in positive chi, in other words, in your life. When you do feng shui and you clean out weeds or you clean out the old, it's metaphorical for your life, and by doing something like that in a physical sense, you're also going to shift things in a spiritual sense. So those kind of practices are actually very ritualistic, and they're very good too for bringing in positive energy. I feel like I'm sorry. I'm gonna see because I have. Maybe I didn't want that one. Maybe I want this one. Maybe I wanted a different Lenormand for you. But I'm gonna get you this kipper and see if the money's still coming. See, yep, there's a pathway. You're going down this path that's leading you to the money. You're on the right track. So keep doing the things that you're doing. Stay in faith. Anything else we need to know? You may have to drive because it's maybe a path that is too long for walking and you need to get a car. But this represents a positive change. Something positive is about to happen in the next season. Next season of Mabon. Or between now and then. And maybe after that too. But I'm feeling I'm feeling like this is seasonal. This is like moving out of the Lamas into the Mabon. What we're doing tonight. So that's what I'm feeling. You are on the right path. Congratulations. It feels good to know that, doesn't it? Because it's sort of a relief. It's like, okay, well, I'm not going to stress about it. I'm on the right path. I'm on the right path. I had a great message today in my reading that I looked at today. It was kind of like, I'm seeing more. I'm looking I'm like messing with my head, you know, more than I have to. Like I'm looking way more into something that needs to be in it, and my situation has a very long-term successful outcome. So there you go. There's nothing I have to worry about. I'll have ups and downs, but ultimately I'll be successful. So that's all I need to know. I'm good. So good. Okay, Rainbow's turn. How you been doing? You're welcome, Terry. I just feel like sometimes when I try to get answers for you, Terry, things just even get more mysterious. But the good news is you're on the right path. All right, Rainbow. So, would you like to start off moving from the old to the new? The Litha to the Mabon energy? I mean, the Lamas to Mabon? I'm just going to do this. Oh, there you go. Oh, you had a dream. I had a dream with my dad, and he told me on my dream that he wanted to come back to this world. But the only way he could come back was if he reincarnated. Oh, yes, Divine Goddess, I am back into my old room. I got my AC going and my car parts fixed. So I'm feeling very happy. So that's exciting. Like, that's very literal, Rainbow. There's no symbology there to me. This is like really your dad talking to you and really making a promise that he's going to reincarnate. And you know how, like, so he needed me and my husband to be intimate? Did he actually say that? Daughter? Yeah, I feel like you and your husband need to be intimate because I want to come back and be your baby. That's so cute. You know how, like, have you noticed, like, when you talk about, let's say, maybe not, okay, so, like, when I'm talking to my sister or I'm talking about my sister, sometimes I'll say my daughter, or I'll say well, I never say my mom, but when I'm talking about my sister, sometimes I'll say my daughter. I'm like, no, my sister. Or when I'm talking about my daughter, I accidentally say my sister. No, I mean my daughter. And I think it's because my daughter, Sierra, was my sister in a past life. And I think maybe somebody else in like maybe my sister was my daughter in a past life. I don't know. But you know, our souls reincarnate together, like our families reincarnate. You know, not always everybody in your family will you see again, and sometimes it's not just your biological families. Of course, soul family is not just biological, but often is, you know. And uh and I think that's true. Like you see people. I think our pets the same way. You know, our pets reincarnate to the next pet we get sometimes. He passed away in his 20s very young, so I never met him. Oh, so you never met him, so you don't even really know like his mannerisms or how he would say stuff. That's kind of neat. Rainbow, you're amazing. Psychic, you know, like you have gifts and you don't even give yourself credit, but those that clairvoyance you have with your dream work, it's a very beautiful Pisces gift that you have there. And be sure to write all these things down, because write your dreams down, and they'll be so exciting to look back on. I think make sure you have a dream diary. It's real important for Pisces, but especially you, like you have some really good dreams, very significant dreams. All right, so let's see what let's see what llamas meant to you, and what you're going to keep and what you don't need to keep anymore from the past season. All right. Oh, you've got bakery too. And this is just different things that you had to do, things that you're practicing on your own. And success is you're still on this road to success and savoring victories along the way. So you've found many victories, specifically that one of finding your house. That's an excellent victory during the llama season. But now, so those are things that you're going to continue to find more of. And I don't know, we'll find out. But with Terry, it seemed like maybe she did a lot of things on her own, and now she's going to have more of group activities or more things with friends and connections with people. So let's see what you're moving into. Okay. With that being, I would like to know what's his message for me. Okay, we'll find his message for you. I think this might be the message. Cacao. You are loved, you are held, and you already are everything you seek. So you learned a lot, but now you're going into a phase where I feel like you're maybe this is more of a surface practical things, and now you're going into more internal thing. You're kind of going inside a little bit. The key words though are embrace, open heart, and tenderness. And I feel like your dad is hugging you through the dream. In other words, he's trying to wrap love around you. He's trying to help you understand that you are worthy, that you're loved, that you're special. And I mean, I think he's pretty much being literal. Like whatever he said in the dream is what he means. I mean, it is what he means. So your higher self chose this card because cacao, maybe drink some cacao and you'll find out. Cacao is such a comforting drink to experience. It's like a hug from your nearest and dearest. When this card appears, it's a message from spirit acknowledging any emotional hurt and pain you have felt. Whether you experienced a breakup or the loss of a loved one, disappointment or betrayal, cacao reminds you that it's safe to open your heart again. However, do not feel rushed to welcome love from another before you have found love for yourself. What does it mean to you to feel loved, supported, and emotionally nourished? How would your life look and feel? I feel like, so this is not so much about like love. You've got that from your husband, and your dad is showing it to you in your dream. But pertaining what he said in the dream about reincarnating, and that you and your hubby need to get intimate. This is, to me, this is saying that he wants you to open yourself up to this possibility. Open yourself up, even though you've been disappointed, more than disappointed, devastated, but disappointed for sure. if you're not ready, you're not ready. But I feel like if you're ready, it's time to open up to this. So let's look a little bit deeper into that. We'll use the Everyday Witch. My dad, I remember a hug my dad gave me in a dream after he passed away. It felt so nice. It felt so real. And it felt so like, it felt like a relief, you know, like it felt like I needed it. And it's so weird trying to remember the feeling. I can't even remember because the feeling was so much more real than any memory of it, you know? And so describing a memory of it doesn't make any sense to me because it felt like he was actually there. Oh, you know what? In my dream, he was in the side hallway where I have his picture right now. That's where he was. This was a dream I had a while ago, though. All right, so you have the 10 of Wands, and I'm saying, I love this card because to me, the 10 of Wands represents labor. You're going to have a full-term pregnancy and go into labor. I see that. You will. I know that your fear is not to be able to go all the way, and it's not, and you got to let go of that fear because it's not going to happen this time. This time it's going to be all the way, and your child will be born. It will be reincarnated. That's what your dad is trying to say, that it's not just a dream, it's not just a wish, it's a reincarnation, which means an incarnation, a person actually becoming real flesh, you know? All the same cards are coming out. Ooh, Queen of Cups. I think that's a pregnant Queen of Cups. Very nice. And so, you know, most Queen of Cups, they're not necessarily pregnant in other decks. I didn't know. And then you have the Hermit. I feel like you definitely have to spend plenty of time on your own. But you also got Judgment with it, which is birth and rebirth. And it's like, this is like reincarnation basically, because it's literally the people rising out of their graves. In other words, it's like people, you know, it's like we're not really dead when we die, right? It's our souls live with us. Our souls are forever. We just you know, we just take a body, the form of a body, and, you know, do things with it. But if we think about it, it's like there is no death because the soul is forever. So this is just saying the souls come back, but they'll come back into a body, but souls are always with us whether they have a body or not, you know. They're with us. And sure, you know, I know we like to believe that, you know, like we know that ghosts, for example, are souls that haven't moved past into the light or whatever, let's say, for example. And that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about people who've moved into the light, but there's that energy, that soul transcends all dimensions. So that's why they're still with us. See what I'm saying? So all these souls that have been in your life are still with you. That's the first time I got a pregnant card during my reading. Really? It's the first time? All right, well, let's talk about her. Queen of Cups. Oh, and that's you. Your significator card. I'm getting goosebumps all over. Rainbow, this is the queen of the water signs, and you've gotten Queen of Cups lots of times, but you've never gotten the Queen of Cups that was pregnant. I didn't even know, I didn't even remember that the Queen of Cups was pregnant in this deck. And of course I go straight to the so she is saying, this is saying, blessed is she who gives with her whole heart. Find those who will nurture you and your endeavors and open yourself to their gifts. So I feel like this new message here for you is about you being very open, open to receiving, open to love, open to gifts, open, keeping yourself open to this like positive energy. Try not to see things closed and don't and being protective, because being that protective in that sense doesn't help you. It really doesn't. Being completely open is actually what's helping you here. The Queen of Cups is the embodiment of heart and passion. She will be there when you need help, advice, or just a warm hug. Ah, another hug came out. uh, and she will encourage you in your own passions. The Queen is generous of spirit, intuitive, and kind. She can be relied on for guidance, especially when you are too overwhelmed with your own emotions to make sensible decisions. Maybe she's a mother, a patroness, or a friend. Maybe she is even you. So everyone needs a Queen of Cups in their lives, and you're your own Queen of Cups. And I'm a Queen of Cups too. Nice to meet you, Rainbow. My very first card, significator card, was also Queen of Cups because I'm a water sign as well. So if she shows up in your reading, the Queen may already be present. Have you taken advantage of the aid she offers you? You might have to go looking for her, but if you do, it will be worth the effort. Perhaps you take the role of Queen of Cups for others. If so, you are to be admired and commended. Just be careful not to give so much of yourself that your cup becomes empty and you have nothing left for your own needs. And that's a message that comes out all the time for you. So it's just a repeated message. Stay in balance with your giving and your receiving, but definitely keep yourself very open to love, to opportunities, to gifts, to other successes and money. Embrace, like, I feel a big huge embrace here, a big hug. And hugs, you know how a hug starts with your arms wide open. And that damn song is just came in my head. With arms wide open. You know that song? Listen to that song. Um, it's, I think it's about this man who is excited for his baby to come in the world. And he wants to show his baby everything, like, welcome to this place, you're gonna be amazed. I'm gonna show you everything. And yeah, okay, so I got a lot of goosebumps on that one. So that's a message from the heavens to you, that arms wide open song. So let me give you one more card. I got very overwhelmed there. You know what? This is your deck, so I'm gonna give you some of this. Yes, you definitely have to. It's a tearjerker, that dang song. It is. Yeah, you make that your new song, and You're gonna so attract this vibe. You can imagine your husband singing it or something. It's such a beautiful song. Ooh, so you got the garden and the bouquet and some roads. Okay. So gifts coming through, choices. Also crossroads. Good. I'm glad you like it. Um, I just feel like a nice abundance. You got all this love energy, this water energy, and then you get the flowers that are all in the water too. But I feel like the crossroads represents two and pairs of things. So it could be like you and hubby, but it could also be twins, things like that too. 22, 2, 2, and pairs. And it can also represent choices and decisions, and it could also represent a road near your house that has a fork in it or something like that. But um, yeah, yeah. Oh, and the bouquet is also represents 9 months and September. So September representing 9 and 9 months full term. I'm feeling that. And you got the Queen of Cups mother today. Also, so there's a message in that song. Like there's messages and songs for you guys out there a lot. I'm hearing this collectively. You guys listen to songs, like listen to the radio or something. There's messages in songs. There's also messages in books that we started off that way. So for example, I'm gonna do divination. Like what is your question? My question is what should I do next? Okay, I'm gonna do a bibliomancy, and I'm gonna pick a page, and then I'm gonna pick the word, and information comes to hand, or delay on life decisions until more information comes to hand. So what am I going to do next? I'm going to not make any major decisions until I get more information. See, I answered my question. So there you go. Use bibliomancy to learn more things that you need to learn. This is a collective message. This is something that just came to me from Kino's reading today. So go check out Kino and tell her I sent you. Okay, I might take a little walk and get a drink. Okay, let's just lay it right there. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so Divine Goddesses, general for me, freestyle, whatever. Also, a few days back, I felt Christ consciousness was it real for me. Okay, good night, Terry. Thanks for being here. Christ consciousness. Let's see. So first, I'm going to, well, the decks that I was going to use tonight aren't very Christ conscious decks. They're more pagan oriented today. So we're dealing with two festivals here, Lammas and the equinox coming up. And so one season moving out and a new season coming through. So we're going to see like what's the energy going out and what's the energy coming in. Ooh, a yellow golden light. Beautiful. That's definitely Jesus, because I remember I'll tell you a little story. Years ago, I babysat these little girls, and their mom's name's Diane. She's an amazing lady, and she moved to New Orleans, and she had to take do some kind of trip for business, and her kids were in school and she was on her own. She didn't have a husband at the time, and she just needed somebody to take her kids to school, and I was the only person she trusted. So she flew me and my 2-year-old son that I had at the time and on a plane to New Orleans to babysit her girls. A lemon yellow light, nice. and and I took care of her kids and took them to school and stuff. But before she left on her trip, she treated me to crawfish and a tarot reading. And it's the only tarot reading I've ever had in my life in person. It's just kind of weird to think about that. And that was like 30 years ago. And it was in New Orleans, which is even cooler. And the guy that was reading the read my he was a little white guy. Like he looked like nothing like a tarot, like a typical tarot reader. And he was Catholic. And so we had a lot in common, and he was really cool. And at one point, he noticed that I was kind of like tense or holding back or holding in or not being like not opening up or something. And he looked at me. He's like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "You can let go. It's okay." And then I just started crying like forever. And then in that moment, he said something like, "Jesus loves you. God loves you. He loves you so much." That the love that you feel from him is only a tiny portion of what he really feels for you. It's just, and in that moment, him talking about God's love, Jesus' love, I felt like this waterfall cascading light, and it was gold, but my gold was more of an orangey gold or yellow gold. It was gold though. It wasn't lemon yellow, but it was gold. It was really gold. It was amazing cascade pouring down on me, and I just kept crying and crying because of the joy of this love that was I was receiving. And it was just an amazing experience. I've never felt that kind of energy before. I've felt the Holy Spirit before, which has been really cool. But but that moment was probably the strongest I've ever had. So I know how you feel. Huh. So let's and it's interesting. These are, we've got orange, the decks, the seasons of the witch. They have a few different decks that have like a honey gold and a regular gold, and then we have the lemon yellow, and then we have the orange. But the range of golds were kind of you can tell the difference. You can tell the difference when you put them next to each other, but you can't tell the difference when you first look at it. You're like, oh, it's just gold. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh no, it's lime. It's pretty. Okay, here we go. What are you leaving behind? You're welcome, Divine Goddess. In that reading 30 years ago, he said you could be doing what I'm doing. Like, oh yeah, maybe, I don't know. Look, the bakery lady keeps coming out tonight. Let me read this. Okay, what is it about the bakery lady this is like a collective. Everybody has been through the bakery lady phase. Everybody's getting this. Hardiness, fulfillment, experience. Take the time to diligently practice and refine your craft. Success will follow as you savor each little victory along the way. Notice how at home the baker is in her kitchen. She knows when the yeast in the bread has developed based on the feel, something she has spent years getting to know on a deeply intimate level. She can tell how much an ingredient to add with a quick glance or when her baked goods are done by the smell. No measuring cups for her, a dash of this, a pinch of that. Knowledge given over her years of trial and error. She didn't walk into this space as a master. Her relationship with her craft bloomed and evolved over time. The card is a reminder that practice makes perfect and there is no shortcut to being first in line. Success is not measured in the final destination, but in the little victories experienced over the course of your journey. Just like the baker, you will pick up tips and tricks by being willing to try new things and working at your mistakes until you find the formula that works for you. There will be failures and missteps, upsets and frustrations, all of which will mold you into the expert you are becoming. Trust that the hardiness of experience is not something you should feel pressured to know at the beginning or even the middle. The only way to get where you're going is to start heading in that direction. And before you know it, weeks, months, and years will have passed, and you will be just as comfortable in your chosen field as the baker is in hers. So, this, whatever you did in this season, you were moving into a new phase and getting some experience and knowledge and growing, and maybe there's parts of you that are experts in some areas and a novice in others. So what's coming up for you could be more knowledge or something else. Let's see what else. That's good. Okay, so next for you is like looking even deeper into things. So I feel like bakery was kind of a surface energy, like a lot of physical things that you do every day that help you train you into something else. And much like rainbow, this card is more about going a little bit deeper. So you got the fawn. And the fawn is saying, this is about innocence and learning and educating yourself and leaping into adventure. Be curious, dear child, and explore the world within worlds. Your higher self chose this card because fawn is a gentle animal energy to work with, but its soft nature does not take away from its powerful wisdom. This woodland creature invites you to explore your innocence and see yourself as a blank canvas on which anything is possible. A new adventure is awaiting, and all that's required of you is a little effort and practice. See, and in that routine that you start, you're going to keep going. Soon, a hesitant step on weak legs will turn into a giant leap of strength and graceful power. The Fawn card guides you to explore new ways to express yourself. You may consider taking a course, learning a new hobby, or going on a physical adventure like backpacking through Europe, or even trying something new. Have you gotten this card before? Trying something new in your hometown. No experience will be wasted, as each new adventure will provide more self-awareness and sharpen your knowledge of your likes and dislikes and things that make you feel alive. The deer are always ready to take a leap to get out of a danger or pounce on an unexpected opportunity. Remain vigilant and do not second guess yourself when the moment arrives to jump. Ooh, so I feel like what's coming up for you is an opportunity, and you just have to recognize it and then not be afraid to go for it. So that's good news. Okay, what were you saying earlier? It almost felt like rocket shaped, like pouring. Oh, I mean the thickness equal to a big tree trunk. Yeah. My golden light was pretty thick too, like pretty wide, like a waterfall with, well, maybe not a big waterfall, but yeah, it felt like a water, like it's kind of wide. Yeah. So, travel, of course, spirit says, yep. Yes, travel is good for you. All right, I'm going to let you choose. Would you like the Everyday Witch Tarot, or would you like the Art Nouveau Golden Tarot? I knew you were into that. I made it very flattering for you to resist it. Too pretty to resist. Right, and all right goes with our gold theme. Exactly. Yes, now it makes all makes sense. Okay, let's see. What does Spirit want to tell you? Freestyle. Ooh, see, this Queen of Pentacles coming out again tonight. You're in the money. I would say, like, don't even sweat the job situation. You're about to get rich again. You're gonna have you got so much like wealth that can't be measured in money anyway. Ooh. So the Ace of Swords. There you go. There's some golden light. Oh my goodness. This is like an aha moment. An enlightenment, an idea that just surges through your mind like a powerful, like an lightning, like a powerful bulb, like you know when you're watching cartoons and the little character has like a light bulb pop over their head. It's kind of like that. Like, oh, why didn't I ever think of that before? Yes, claim it. It is. Oh yes, rainbow, look. It is. It is all for you. It is frolicking and happiness. This is a contentment. It is Christ. It is he's your master. He's one of your ascended master guides. No, it's for real. Ooh, but you know what? If you want to go check out Kino's reading, it's the one that I just watched recently. It's an August 20th reading, and it says, "Am I Delulu?" So basically, it's like, am I imagining this, or is this for real? And you know, can use it for any reason at all. Like a lot of times, it's for relationships, but it can be for this question too, if you want. You know, it could be a spiritual question, and it'd be really cool to kind of see how your answer comes out through that one. But I definitely think there's nothing delusional. I think you're so highly tapped into spirit. It's kind of obvious, and I think Jesus is one of your ascended master guides. I don't have Jesus with me right now though. I have very practical cards. I don't have any of the spiritual guide cards. Let me do one more then. Maybe the Hermit, if he comes out. He's sort of he's my personal Jesus. Ooh, you have the Two of Cups though, which is beautiful. It's like a shared love experience, partnership, and that feeling of joy. Oh, it's nice. Okay, yeah, I'll send you the link. Let me write that down. So I don't forget. It's like, send you the link to what? I already forgot what I was talking about. You see, guys, everything flows through me and sometimes I forget what I say. Let's see. For Divine Goddess, the Kino link. Okay. Let's see what charms have to say. In the middle of these, I saw exactly that. Ooh, the Kundalini. Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Kundalini comes out in the charms for you. Like, duh, that's the Kundalini snake, and it's gold. I also feel like this one's for you. This says, stricture Structure gives way to freedom. The path forward appears. Structure gives way to freedom. The path forward appears. Oh, in their bodies. Oh, okay, I see. This is the caduceus. Caduceus, which is about health. To me, I see it as health. But it also looks like Kundalini too. It's all very golden. All right. Good. Claim it. Claim it. You have the key to open anything. Oh, look. You have the faith, trust, and pixie dust. So you have everything it takes to manifest your dreams. All it takes is faith, trust, and pixie dust. Anyway, that's why you are the moderator of my channel, because you totally know what it takes. And you are forever. God is forever. Ooh, for forever birthday. Birthdays forever. Funny birthdays forever. What else this time? Ooh, and you got pixie dust. You got a bunch of pixie dust tonight with this, with the faith, trust, and pixie dust, and you got an extra dose of pixie dust for tonight. Yes. Oh, look. You have Cinderella's carriage. So you're gonna, this represents like in your moment where you felt hopeless and nothing else was happening, the fairy godmother gives you a ball gown and changes a pumpkin into a coach and sends you off to the ball. Like it's kind of like sending you off to where you need to go. And also carriages represent modes of transportation too, and it's a golden carriage. And you're stepping out in the high heels. Wow, fancy. And you can live a life of leisure and enjoy, like relaxation. And the crown means you're the divine goddess. Okay. Divine goddess. This represents you being divine, and it represents you being like the divine feminine, the like the empress energy. I see you as empress for sure. And apples. So you always have enough. You have abundance. And Scorpio, which is me, passionate. It's because I'm your pixie dust gal. And then you have the stag. This kind of makes me think of like spirit animals or things things that appear to you as symbols. Very nice. Yes, and the snake, the kundalini. This is a ripple from the base of your spine up to the top of your head, and all your chakras aligning. Oh yeah, very, very real. Very real. Not a hallucination. Of course it was. completely. It was like a gift, like a pixie dust gift. Like, so you have faith, which is believing in something that you can't see. You have trust, which is surrendering the how and letting go, just surrender. And then the pixie dust is this magic that happens. And the magic that happens comes in all sorts of forms, but especially and most profoundly through spirituality, through your masters, through your guides, through all of this heavenly power around you. You're welcome. Great. I like that. I like everybody needs to get in the I claim it phase. And Rainbow should you should just say, she should also say that arms wide open, claim it. Like them. Claim it. Arms wide open. Welcome to this place. Welcome into my arms. Welcome into my heart. Welcome into my vessel. Welcome. Because Spirit's already naturally got a dream catcher protecting you like a web, like a spider web, protecting the negative energy from seeping through. So you can open your arms with no hesitation because only the good's going to come through. See there? Only the good's coming through. Right, Pumpkin? What are you doing? Come here. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You going to go in the cubby? Why don't you come up here? I'm glad Pumpkin's happy with her little buddy. It's nice, though. It's nice to have a buddy. It's nice to have a buddy. It's nice to have a buddy. Right? It's nice to have a sister that watches out for you and plays with you. I gotta change his diaper. Okay. It felt nice to be in my energy again. That's good. I know the material world knocks us down sometimes or knocks us out of our energy, and it does feel good to get that feeling again. Oh, I'm hearing this song for you. And I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I started fighting for. Throw away your forever. And I can't fight this feeling anymore. It's a feeling. Oh, okay. Hi, Cheryl. Baby, I can't fight this feeling anymore. And meanwhile, all this time you keep asking this to yourself, are you happy? Is this what you want? Uh-huh. Right. Is that what... Okay, let me see about Cheryl. Messages. Messages. My nails are falling off. I mean, when we are not in our spiritual energies. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Okay, Cheryl. So Any messages? Let's see what your Lammas is. And then we'll see what your Maybon card is. Ooh, bushes of apples. That's cute. So this is saying, invite your truth forward and invoke the power of healing, growth, and the truest essence of who you are. The keywords are healing, self well-being, and self-knowledge. So those are things that you just have done a lot of learning about in the Lammas season. And it's good. It's good for you. And it may be, at times painful, but it's also in big picture good for you. So they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and that's what self-knowledge does for your spirit. Being aware of your strengths, weaknesses, desires, dislikes, and other valuable piece of self-awareness, combined with a commitment to your holistic well-being, including your mind, body, heart, and soul. And that's something I've been very proud of you. Of course, I say that a lot, but the way you heal yourself, mind, body, and soul. And that results in the perfect conditions for spiritual nourishment. You are receiving this card as your guidance to take a deeper dive into what makes you you. Each piece of information you collect moves you closer to expressing yourself in the most authentic way possible. This is true healing, accepting yourself for exactly who you are while also taking steps to become the person you wish to be. Healing is less about overcoming or moving on and more about embracing, allowing, and celebrating the ridges and curves of your being. No two apples are the same. They are sweet ones and sour ones, big ones and crabs, and green and yellow and red and mixed. You don't judge an apple for being different from others, so why should you judge yourself for the same? So, if you've been struggling to move forward in any way, whether that's in a relationship, goal, having more time or freedom, or any other manifestation of your deepest desires, this card is your encouragement to allow more of yourself to show. You won't find what you're looking for by denying yourself because it's your uniqueness that will allow the bruises to heal. Are you having bruises already? So invite your truth forward. This short meditation, here's a meditation. You get a meditation, nobody else gets one. This meditation can help your truth forward. So what you do is you take a few moments to sit in stillness and become mindful of your breath. And as you breathe, notice how each breath brings with it an opportunity for transformation. Feel the energy of each inhalation fill your body and set the intention to receive all that is true for you. On the exhalation, let go of all that no longer serves you. With each breath, trust and know that the truth within you is being revealed. As you continue to breathe deeply, allow yourself to open up to what comes through without judgments or expectation. And then when you feel complete, pause in stillness for a few moments before getting back to your body. And then just use this meditation to bring forth your truth and guide you on your journey. And I feel like this is a great segue from what's happened to what will happen. And you can use this little meditation to move you forward to your next phases here. So let's see what's happening in Maybon. They are kind of cute, aren't they? All right. Ooh, okay, you've got wool and a maple tree. Very nice. So wool says, you are woven with an embrace, protected, loved, and the familiarity of finally being home. That's sweet. And maple tree, there is a change coming that is so big it will shift all that exists. Whoa, that's serious. I hope it's a happy change, not one of those tower moments, but like a good one. It looks like a happy change to me. And it's the number 24, which is my favorite number, and that's a love number. So interesting. You may have a big change in love situation. So the wool is, the keywords are security, safety, cozy corners, sacred space, comfort, and feeling at home. I feel like this is really good all around for you and all your loved ones, feeling very safe and cozy this next season coming up. Your higher self chose this card because you need to be reminded that self-care comes in many forms. Sometimes getting dressed in the morning is what you need to feel motivated, renewed, and powerful, while other times it's standing your ground and saying no. When the wool comes into your reading, it's to guide you and to find self-care in the small moments of life. This makes me feel like if you need to, go out and do something, like remember what I said. What I said was, don't let things keep you from doing that. You know, find a way to make that happen for yourself. Let yourself have fun and let yourself do things that fulfill you, make you happy, because you need that. All moms need it, but you need it more than a lot of moms do. And so the self-care can mean lots of things, but and it can also be about staying home and just having a special like place that's your sacred space, snuggling up with your favorite blanket or finding a quiet corner to dig into a beloved book for the 15th time. You could buying a little cabin in the woods somewhere off the beaten path, or heading home for a few days so your parents can hold you and tell you you'll be all right. There are some places, and maybe that's a little sign that there's going to be a shift with your parents' attitude or their behavior or something. So maybe that's a good thing. We'll see. There are some places that just feel like home, and some things, such as a security blanket, that make you feel safe. This card is your sign that what you need now more than anything is the feeling of something familiar. So wait before starting something new or making any decisions. Instead, seek out some time to reconnect with what once gave you a feeling of peace and ease. So feeling safe allows you to evaluate your situation from a secure place rather than one of fear or anxiety. You'll be able to see your circumstances from the outside rather than standing right in the middle. If you have this, okay, so if the corn maze card comes out, then there's more message. But maple tree seems really positive. So it's good. So the keywords are good fortune, signs of welcome change, dramatic changes, and this is like the Wheel of Fortune right here. So that's really good. Wheel of Fortune means fortune, and it means money, but it also means like what you put out into the universe is coming back to you. So like your gift giving is coming back tenfold, in other words. So like whatever you donated tonight is coming back tenfold, It's stuff like that. Your higher self chose this card because it's a gloriously happy one that brings with it much improved circumstances and bliss. Nice. And when you receive Maple Tree, you can expect dramatic change, good fortune, and positive resolution to your situation. It may feel like the universe is shining down on you and offering an unusual amount of good luck and well wishes. Take advantage of this happy energy while you can, because now is a good time to focus on taking action and manifesting dreams. And if you felt stagnant, receiving this card is a sign that your situation will begin to move forward and will resolve in your favor. Be on the lookout for different or increased opportunities, a financial windfall, meeting someone who has a great potential to be more, a sudden revival of a relationship or career, or a greater sense of confidence, strength, and creative expression. This card also serves as a yes and is your confirmation that the path you have inquired about is right one to take. Be sure to be generous with what you have. There's no need to give away your life savings or renounce material possessions in the pursuit of charity unless that is what you feel you're called to do. But sharing your good favor helps to extend the happy period. And the more light you send into the world, the more you can expect in return. This is like cha-ching, the lottery card right here. Very nice. Very nice. So Cheryl, let's see. Would you like the golden tarot deck or would you like the everyday witch? I know. Okay. Let's see. Who's this guy? Somebody rushing into your life. The Knight of Swords. So, a masculine opportunity as well, possibly. Knight of Swords. Swords is air, could be air signs, but Knight of Swords in particular, I know that he's just, it represents like a strong force. Strong force. He's just very focused on what he wants. And he's purposeful. So there could be somebody who has a kind of a very focused attention on you, maybe. Or it may not be a person, maybe just energy is just very focused and like only for you, like it's coming straight for you. Ooh, nice. The Nine of Cups. This is like feeling content, contentment galore, feeling happy and settled, and I don't know. Sometimes it kind of feels like when you're drunk, when you're just kind of giddy and joyful and you just got everything. It's like achieving, like being able also achieving your dreams, like making all like something you're gonna attain. I feel like both. It's kind of like a combination of things here. It's like you could win some kind of windfall money, like something randomly, but something too is something that you earn that like you work for, and you're gonna receive some kind of return for that as well. So it's like a balance of emotional needs and material wants. But the universe is definitely working in your favor now. And be very careful what you wish for. Like be very clear. Keep your thoughts positive and don't accidentally think something or don't accidentally say something out loud or accidentally write something down. Like saying Beetlejuice's name 3 times. Don't do something like that. Like be very mindful of the things that you're putting out in the universe because that's important with like this the Maple Tree Wheel of Fortune card. It's important. What you're putting out in the universe is going to come back to you tenfold. So always keep that, like your generosity is amazing. Like, how you give so much. And that is definitely like going to come back to you. But also like be careful of saying things like, I never get blah blah blah. And universe will hear that and pick up on that. So be careful of those things. But also, when it comes to the law of attraction, the universe doesn't hear the words like never and don't. They only hear the words, the main subjects of the sentence. So so if you say something like I never am lucky, the universe doesn't hear you say never. The universe only hears you say I am lucky. So that's okay. I mean, if you accidentally said I'm never lucky, that's okay. The universe only heard you say I am lucky. Okay? But um but yeah, so but whether be mindful of the don'ts and the nevers and the nots and things like that as much as you can. And if you say everything in the positive, then you don't have to worry about those things. All right, so let's see. Anything else from the tarot? Woo! You got the Magician, so you're really manifesting things and bringing them. And you have this other man. So two forceful energies. One with the sword that's sharp and direct, and one with the wands, which is passionate and exciting, quick-witted, and sexually potent. Fire sign. So there's this fire sign energy, and then there's this air sign energy. Didn't we have fire and air in your men that came out the last time too that were interested in you? I think something like that happened. All right, so let's see. Would you like the Art Nouveau Lenormand or the Gilded Reverie? Are we gonna go gold or are we gonna go Art Nouveau? This is the Knight of Choices. Choose your deck. I've been working on the Lenormand. She kind of looks like Sierra a little bit. She kind of looks like also a little bit like Kate Winslet. She's kind of got my nose. I'm going to go with the Gilded Reverie. She's calling to me. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Ooh, see the key. Oh, that's so funny because I was staring at her too with her keys in her hand, and you got the key. So the key represents opening anything, opening the door, opportunities, and being able to unlock the opportunities, and also solutions, like knowing exactly what you need to do to get to that next phase in your life. So this next season's not is going to be a very light-filled season, like being in the light, being clear-minded, like knowing what you need to do, not being confused or everything being shadowed. No shadows for you. Pure golden financial abundance and clear access to anything that you need. And I'm hearing like a very strong ringing in my ear right now. Hello. Woo, see? And you got, oh, look at that. You got the book. Book, that's good. You may be getting not right, like the reverse of writer's block, inspiration for a new book or something having to do with one of your books, or This kind of also feels diary-like, like opening up information or opening up parts of yourself. And the sun is, you know, success and everything working in your favor. And again, like a really, really good, positive, abundant reading. It's like you can't get very much better than a Wheel of Fortune except for the sun. The sun in the Lenormand, in the Kipper. I don't think there's one more, but the sun in all decks always brings abundance and success and clarity. And I think that's the main word for you in this next season coming up is clarity. Like you're going to be real sure about things and nothing's going to be, you're not going to have too much confusion and things are just going to be feel a breath of fresh air, like, oh, it makes more sense now. And I feel like I do, and it's not, I'm not all like cloud minded, you know, I know what to do. So that's what I feel for you, Cheryl. I hope you didn't have to get all distracted by somebody, but anyway, thank you for your beautiful generosity. It's coming back to you tenfold. You're welcome. It was very, very joyful. We're getting a lot of golden light tonight. From Source, from Spirit, from Jesus, from God, from Christ. What? What, Kiki? Are you too pagan for Christ consciousness? All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And I hope you had a great time. And thank you for participating. And if you need anything, definitely reach out to me via email and I can get you a private reading. Also consider becoming a member. That's another way. And a Patreon even. Like go check out my Patreon page and check out all the artwork that I've been doing for my upcoming decks. I'm so excited to be working on those things and creating decks. Pretty soon I have a deck that should be ready for selling on makeplayingcards.com, and I'll let you know how that goes. There's just all these little details like you forgot to do this and do this and like okay, I have to clean that up and make it perfect to be able to sell on their site, but pretty soon that's going to be ready for you guys to buy, so I'm excited about it. It's got a, you know, it's this deck right here. So it is, I don't know why it's, I mean, I feel like this is really nice and they just want me to keep on making it more perfect, I guess. But this box seems pretty good. So it comes with a nice box and also a booklet and full color page booklet and also this beautiful rainbow edge holographic deck with all these beautiful pre-Raphaelite art images that I very carefully made sure that I got the highest resolution of all of it. Worked very hard on making it look just nice, really nice. So it should be ready. pretty soon. Although I could, you know, order one that's not as perfect, but this looks pretty perfect to me, so I don't know. I don't know how they want me to get it more perfect than that, but I know I fixed the booklet really hard, and then they kept on picking on things on the box. So yeah. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for being here, and I appreciate you too, Cheryl. And thank you, Divine Goddess, for being an awesome moderator. And I'll see y'all next time, probably Friday night. Until then, I'm going to be pretty soon. I'm going to do the September reading. Can you believe it's September already? I'll be doing a September reading, so look out for that one. And I would really like to do another Who's Your Future Husband reading. It's been long overdue since I've done one of those, so I try to squeeze one of those in sometime this week. Anyway, I'll see y'all next time. Faith, trust, and pixie dust. Yep. See you then.